Bullets fly to Goodlettsville Motel. Now one person is dead, another's in custody. Cuthbert Langley live outside Motel 6 where it all went down, and Cuthbert police staying tight-lipped about this.
They've been, Amy. They have not really said much about anything when it comes down to this shooting. We've been out here since 4 o'clock trying to get some latest developments with this story, and so far Goodlettsville police are telling me they are still in the thick of the investigation, so they really haven't released much information other than what you just said. One person was killed around 10 o'clock last night. Another person is in custody, but charges have yet to be filed. You're taking a look at what the scene looked like last night. Now you see there Nashville police actually stepped in to help Goodlettsville with this investigation. I spoke with one of the managers here at the motel. They tell me the shooting happened inside one of the rooms. Goodlettsville police tell me that they took that victim to an area hospital, but that victim later died. We do not know that person's identity just yet. That's because police are still trying to locate and notify the next of kin before releasing specific information about who this victim is in this case. And then again, going back to that person who's in custody, we're not calling that person a suspect or saying that person is the shooter because no charges have been filed. So we don't know right now what that person's relationship was with this shooting, if that person was a witness or was the shooter itself. We still do not know, but we are in close contact with Goodlettsville police. They are promising us updates here in the next little bit. So as soon as we do get those updates, we'll be sure to bring those to you live here this morning. We're reporting live here in Goodlettsville. I'm Cuthbert Langley, News Channel 5 HD.
All right, Cuthbert, thank you. More than a year after being accused of raping a student on campus, the trial for 2 former Vanderbilt football players begins today. Jury selection will kick off in the case against Brandon Vandenberg and Corey Beatty. They are 2 of the 4 men charged with raping a female student who had passed out at a dorm on campus. It's believed the selection process will take a couple of days. We'll follow the case and bring you live gavel-to-gavel coverage both on News Channel 5 Plus right here and on newschannel5.com. That's once the jury selection wraps up and the actual trial begins. And jury selection also begins today in the trial of Jacob Perriman. Perriman is accused of killing his wife Carla on Valentine's Day 2013. He's also accused of aggravated child abuse of Carla's son. Perriman confessed to punching and then choking his wife to death after they argued about the child abuse charges. Judge David Bragg has granted a request that the jury be sequestered in Rutherford County. That means the jurors will be staying in one place all together and they'll not have access to the media.
New this morning, a house is a total loss after a fire started overnight. That fire department has declared a suspicious fire and is investigating. The house is vacant, and this is the 3rd or 4th fire at the same location. We will bring you any updates as we get them.
A family is looking for a new place to call home this morning. Their house caught on fire over the weekend. We've got some pictures given to us by the folks up at the Portland Fire Department, and look at what they had to deal with when they got there. Crews were battling inside the Evergreen subdivision on Cody Circle for a couple of hours. The homeowner luckily made it out all right after some really nice neighbors spotted the flames and ran over to alert the family. The fire left behind a lot of damage, really nothing more than just a shell of the home now. Crews did find some important items for the family, so that was nice. The Red Cross is also helping that family out.
And a woman is facing charges of vehicular homicide and vehicular assault after a fatal crash on I-65 over the weekend. That crash happened on I-65 North near the Old Hickory Boulevard exit in Madison yesterday. Investigators say around midnight an Escalade going the wrong direction crashed head-on into a Corvette. 41-year-old Michael Campbell of Brownsville, Kentucky, and 32-year-old Terry Anderson were inside the Corvette. Campbell died and Anderson was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. The driver of the Escalade, 38-year-old Delois Beasley, was also taken to the hospital with serious injuries. Officers on scene say she had a strong odor of alcohol, bloodshot eyes, and slurred speech. Beasley also admitted to investigators she had consumed way too much alcohol. She'll be charged once she's released from the hospital. Beasley is an employee at the DeBerry Special Needs Facility in Nashville, and a spokesperson with that department told us that they are making decisions regarding her future today. And there was another serious accident Friday night in Lebanon. The driver, who is still in critical condition at Vanderbilt, has been identified as 57-year-old Thomas Leonard of Lebanon. Officials say Leonard was driving a 2014 Ford Edge on South Hartman when he hit another car head-on. The driver of that car, 28-year-old Ashley Jones, died. The cause of the crash has not been released.
A man is behind bars this morning. He's accused of shooting his roommate after an argument. It was around 6:30 in the morning. Police went to the home on Seaford Street in North Nashville. They found Mikkel Phillips shot by his roommate Ellis McHaney. McHaney admitted to the cops that, yeah, they were going to sell guns to get some drug money, but apparently they got into a fight before any of that could happen. McHaney says he grabbed one of the guns and shot Phillips. He does have previous convictions for negligent homicide and cocaine. He is now facing criminal homicide charges again.
And a Kentucky man's under arrest for manufacturing meth here in Tennessee. Hendersonville police arrested Robert Addison of Pembroke, Kentucky yesterday. Officers say they found meth, marijuana, and items used to make meth during their investigation. The 46-year-old is charged with possession of meth with intent to sell. He's scheduled to appear in Sumner County Court next month. Meanwhile, Cody Johnson was arrested in Warren County, Kentucky on drug charges after police received a complaint of criminal mischief. The 23-year-old was arrested early Friday. Police say they found items used in meth labs in a trash dumpster and in Johnson's garage. Johnson is charged with manufacturing meth and possession of marijuana. The life of Willie Peaches Manning was celebrated over the weekend. Peaches Manning passed away earlier this week. She served the last 38 years as a community contact for the Metro Development and Housing Agency. Her notable work for the agency includes organizing a 90-plus club, which honored residents over the age of 90 who lived in public housing. She also established an MDHA scholarship fund, which made her friends with folks of all ages. Manning was 77 years old.
Parents trying to get their kids into Metro's optional schools had some problems over the weekend, some technical issues. There was a glitch in the lottery system, forcing Metro to take it offline. Some students were given seats at multiple schools, while others were unnecessarily put on long waiting lists. It's still too early to say why it all happened and how many kids were impacted. Metro says it's unsure if it'll have to rerun the lottery results. It affects families who applied to attend a school other than the one that they are zoned for. All right, someone in Morristown, Tennessee is starting 2015 a new millionaire. That'd be a nice way to start the year, wouldn't it? Lottery officials confirm a $1 million Powerball ticket was sold for Saturday night's drawing. Additional info is not yet known until the winner claims the prize. The jackpot for Wednesday's drawing now sits at $176 million.